time for Fifth Quarter on KALB. Sponsored by Christus St. Francis Cabrini Hospital.
The Reservation, tonight's battleground for one of just 5 matchups in Louisiana featuring 2 undefeated teams. The Tioga defense is as tough as they come. 7 defensive touchdowns in just 4 games.
They've been working their butts off all summer, learning the techniques, everything. You know, they've been grinding real hard, and it's showing.
On the other sideline, Gina's number 7 Zarek Jones is as advertised, top 10 in the state in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns.
There's a lot of motivation to play Tioga. It's kind of become, it's not very old, but kind of a little bit of a rivalry. You know, I think we're 3-3 or something like that through the series.
Who will keep their perfect season alive? It all begins now on the Fifth Quarter. And welcome into the Fifth Quarter. I'm Dylan Domingue.
And I'm Nigel Dyson.
Mary Margaret Ellison will be joining us in just a bit. It is Week 5, the final tune-up for most teams before the start of district play. But over in ball, it was more of a playoff-like atmosphere for one of the most anticipated games across the state. And it was a runaway this week in our voting for the Southern Air Cool Game of the Week. Undefeated Gina versus undefeated Tioga. The third appearance for both Tioga and Gina in our games of the week so far. But since 2015, the series between these two are tied at 3 wins apiece, but much more on the line as both teams are 4-0. I like the black jerseys, but I don't know the neon socks for Tioga.
It's a bold choice.
It's a little different, but look, we've been talking about the ground game so much that Zach Barker decides to connect with Zarek Hunter through the air, 45 yards for Gina to put the Giants up early. To the second quarter, Barker drops back, but he then finds the ball-hawking Ja'Cory Norris, and for the 4th time this year and for the 3rd straight game, Norris has a pick 6. Tioga has 8 defensive touchdowns this year. Norris has half of them. We're all tied at 6. Just stop throwing his way.
When will they learn?
Never will learn. But when will you learn to bring this guy down, right? Zarek Jones just can't be stopped. Tiptoes his way down the sideline, somehow escapes, eludes the defense. He strolls right in. It's 14-6 at that point. Big turning point here in the game. The Gina defense forces a fumble. They jump on it, and they know what to do with it. You hand the ball off to number 7. He gets the job done once again. Gina had a 2-score lead at the break, and they would go on to win this one 28-6. The Giants would pitch a shutout in the second half, and for the first time since 2017, the Giants are 5-0. Mayor Margaret Ellison caught up with the winning coach after the game.
Thanks, Dylan and Nigel. Obviously, right after the game with Coach Roark beating Tioga, I know that they had y'all circled from last year, and I know you probably had them circled again. So, you know, making a big statement early.
Yeah, the kids were excited about this game. You know, we knew they would be excited about it. It's been a great series. We were tied coming into this game, and we kind of pumped it up all week to make it a big deal, and it is a big deal. Anytime you're 4-0 against 4-0 and trying to get that win, it's huge for us. It's a great PowerPoint win because I don't think they're going to lose more than maybe 2. So great win overall.
So you always talk about the fight that they have. You could obviously tell the fight is continuing, and I know that coming here, I know they had that on their mind. And with Zarek, we always talk about Zarek all the time, but he pretty much made a statement again.
Yeah, I mean, he makes statements every week, but also, you know, he's a heck of a football player, but he'll tell you also our offensive line was pushing some people around tonight. Very proud of them up front. I'll tell you, I'm really proud of our defense. They played extremely well, had a great game plan, prepared well all week, and executed extremely well tonight.
Staying undefeated.
I hope we keep it rolling. We got a tough district this year, so it's going to be fun.
Well, Coach Roark, thank you. Congratulations. Also, would you like to say something really quick?
Don't be mad at Mary Margaret because I asked her to pick against us.
Oof.
Thanks.
Dylan and Nigel, back to you.
Well, Nigel and I picked this game right, so
yeah,
technically get the win there.
Hey, let's take you to Leesville, where the Wampus Cats took on the Opelousas Tigers, where the former Vernon High School football players were honored before kickoff for the 3 state championships during the 60s. Here we have Leesville looking to move to 3-2 on the year, but Opelousas ball inside the 15. They hand it off to Deshaun Ford, and Deshaun Ford steps over the defender like a pothole into the end zone for 6. Leesville ball now. Tigers on defense. The pass bounces off Isaiah Farley, and Leesville turns over the ball like a new leaf. Now it's Isaiah Farley trying to get his lick back as he mixes a defender like jambalaya for a Wampus Cat touchdown. 8-6 Opelousas. Tigers ball, and Zacchaeus Malvo, what a name, throws the ball up like a hood to Corey Fontenite. keeps the defender behind him and battles through him like adversity into the end zone for 6. The Tigers will go to win this one 54-12.
The metaphors just keep on coming. The Ash Trojans back at home for their final tune-out game before district play, hoping to get back over 500 against Green Oaks, and it won't take long. Just a little over a minute into the game, JT Lindsay gets the carry, makes a few misses, cuts back upfield, and his speed does the rest. Trojans strike first, 7-0. First drive here for Green Oaks. 4th down, back in their own end zone. The punt rolls off the foot of the punter. Omarion Ford picks it up for the easiest punt return touchdown in football history. Check it out. Just scoops it, and he scores. Next play from scrimmage, Green Oaks' quarterback throws up a deep rainbow pass, but instead of a leprechaun at the end of the rainbow, it's Jaden Lewis, and he brings it back for a big game. The Trojans would convert that into points once again on another Lindsay touchdown. Trojans roll in this one, 54-0. Some other scores from around the area. Peabody, big win on the road, 40-0 over Washington Marion. Bolton had the lead for most of this game, would have picked up their first win of the year, but ultimately comes up short in the 4th quarter with a 42-36 loss to Block last night. More highlights still to come here on the 5th quarter.
Fifth Quarter Scoreboard is sponsored by Antune Hospitality Group's family of restaurants, including Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen and Outlaws Barbecue. Louisiana's most wanted, always the winning call.
Coming back with some homecoming action, the Pineville Rebels back at home looking for a crowning win over Jonesboro Hodge. 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Rebels up 6-0. It was a game of inches, though, tonight, like any good football game is. Tigers land in Boston, gunning it, but a pile of Rebels makes the stop. The Rebel defense has been great this year. Both teams really unable to really move the ball outside of their ground game. And we'll call the Tigers Christian McGuire door on this play because Pineville's Jacob Miranda comes in like Swiper with the deflection. That would be incomplete. Second quarter now, Pineville up 13-0. Jalen Whitty connects with Sebastian Millette just shy of the end zone, but he easily shuffles his way in. Rebels go up 20-0 at this point. Tigers hoping to respond, but they miss out on a big play opportunity with an overthrow. Would have had a wide open receiver there. Pineville ends the half 20-0. They hold the lead, ending the night 48-8.
The Buckeye Panthers traveled to Grant to take on the Cougars in Dry Prong. Cougars led 15-0 after the second quarter. Jackson Hendrick looking to run, launches it right into the hands of a wide-open Cougar to extend the lead.
Good grab there.
Panthers trying to set something up for their first score of the game, but the Cougars ruined the party with a one-handed pick from Isaiah McKinney. Almost a house call, but the Cougars in Panther territory.
Number 5 brings it all the way down to number 5. Shout out to the one-handed interception, though. You don't teach that on defense, unfortunately.
They don't. It's just gifted. Later in the second, it's Hendrick turning on the Jets like Tom Cruise in Top Gun. Panthers could not touch him. 70-plus yard house call to go into the half, up 39-7. Grant making out of this one in week 5 with a win over the Panthers, 52-20.
Big win for Grant there.
Oh, yeah.
Some other scores. The Bunkie Panthers are 5-0 after holding Winfield scoreless at home tonight. Avoyelles had a tough road game at LCA, coming up short, 52-14. Some more homecoming festivities as Marksville looks to bounce back after that loss last week to Tioga. They're hosting DeRitter. Opening kickoff, DeRitter onside kicks it. They get the ball. First play, Javon Fairley gets out of the mess, loses our cameraman, takes it 43 yards to the house. You don't see that. DeRitter back at the goal line. Fairley loving scoring so much. He does it again, 14-0 Dragons. And it's a scoring party for DeRitter. Boyett and Uriah Wade does the rest. He leaps in the end zone. And once again, the Dragons having their way on offense, sharing the wealth. Reed Williams gets in on the scoring action. Marksville drops their second game in a row as DeRitter wins this one, 42-6. And stay with us because our plays of the week are up next.
The fifth quarter score ticker is sponsored by Hickson Autoplex. Hickson has it.
Some more highlights from around the area. Opelousas Catholic in the Eagles' nest to take on Menard. Vikings up 14-0 here in a second. Thanks to plays like this, Braylon Harris with the body slam. He would get called for unnecessary roughness. You can't do that in a game. So the Eagles offense with a chance to score before the half, but third down, a bad snap, running back recovers. Eagles are forced to punt, and if we're showing you a punt, it means something weird happens. Ryan Hicks, a perfect punt. The Vikings call for a fair catch. The returner muffs it, and while it looks like the Eagles had a chance to recover, the ref blows the play dead. They signal Vikings ball, and the Vikings capitalize. This deep shot to Matt Kirk hits for 76 yards and a touchdown. Vikings led 21-0 at the half of Menard, and Opelousas Catholic wins it big, 35-3.
In Natchitoches, the Airline Vikings already had a 7-0 lead at this point over Nat Central, but the Chiefs are in the wishbone. Cameron Davis is used to catching TD passes, but here he gets a handoff, punches it in, and we are tied. Vikings respond, though. Ben Taylor off his back foot finds his target in stride for the 37-yard touchdown pass, but that would not be done because in the second quarter, 4th and goal from the 15, Taylor extending the play with his legs, rolls out and finds his man in the end zone. Vikings up 21-7, and right before the end of the half, it is 1st and 39. That is not a typo, but for Taylor and the offense, once again in stride. Airline wins this one 41-21.
Over the Chiefs there. So with all the great action we've seen tonight, it's time to reveal our plays of the night presented by Farm Bureau. We're going back to Dry Prong, Buckeye versus Grant. A one-handed pick from Isaiah McKinney. You don't see it happen often, but the DB making a one-handed grab, but you know his DB coach is going to be saying, get 2 hands on the ball next time.
Oh, yeah.
You can't drop that one. He gets it down all the way to the 5. Almost a house call, but that is play nominee number 1. Play nominee number 2, you might be tired of us saying Ja'Cory and Norris time and time again, but you have to respect what this guy's doing. This is his 4th pick 6 of the year. This is his 3rd straight game with a pick 6. You see Josh Lloyd there fired up. We get fired up every time we see it, but my question to the offense, just wherever one is, don't throw as far away from him as possible.
Throw it to the cheerleaders.
Yeah, throw it from far away from him as possible. Ja'Cory and Norris with another pick 6. We're going to go back to Buckeye and Grant for play nominee number 3. And Jackson Hedrick, we've seen him do it with his feet all year, but this one, 70 yards to the house. He's so quick and he's so shifty.
I hope I see him in track this season. He's an athlete.
He's fast, especially with the pads on. So out of our top plays, which one was the best? You tell us. We'll have a poll up shortly on our website to go and vote. Voting will be open all weekend, and the winner will be revealed Sunday on Sports Night.
And from the top plays, the top athlete, who deserves to be our ACA Athlete of the Week, you can nominate your favorite athlete to be this week's winner. Just go to our Athlete of the Week page on our website and fill out the form. The winner will be announced every Thursday right here on News Channel 5.
And before we go, we want to thank Antune Hospitality Group's family of restaurants for feeding our hungry crew for the 5th straight week. Thanks for all they do throughout the season. Week 5 in the books. We're now to the second half of the season already. That's when district play starts. A lot of the action, it's just beginning now.
Oh yeah, it's exciting.
It's exciting. Look, we have plenty more games from around the Sinlaw area and across the state. We'll have more on that coming up on our Facebook Live show and our website in just a few minutes. See you there.
Can't get enough football? KALB's 5th quarter continues online in minutes with more highlights, post-game interviews, and analysis on KALB.com and Facebook Live. Sponsored by Christus St. Francis Cabrini Hospital.